Hey guys, welcome back to Faith and Farm. Well, today we're going to be doing a few different things. I'm going to go over some of the changes that we've made with our pigs and our cows. And also, I'm going to take some time to sit down and talk about California Prop 12 that's going to be coming down the chain. Well, supposedly it's already started since July, but it's really going to hit an impact come the 1st of January. So anyways, come with me guys as we go over, like I said, the changes that we got here on the farm, and also talk about that. Okay, all right, Papa. So Papa's over here. He's had a busy day. So let's kind of go over the day Papa had. So here on our farm, we elected. We have some friends that had brought a new sow over that is theirs. This is not ours. I think her name is Mud or something like that. But yeah, so she came into heat. She was AI'd, I believe 6 weeks ago. She skipped her last heat cycle, and for some reason we're thinking that she might have gotten stressed or something when she got AI that she took, but that ooh, there's a bee on you, girl. But she got stressed over a few things, some weather changing and stuff like that, and we think that she miscarried them. So that's what the owner was telling me, our friends. And so they asked if they could bring her over to have a little date with Papa. And so she was in heat, and she came over and had a little play date with Papa. And so Papa and her have been going around. So that's one little change, but not a permanent change. So hey girl, she's enjoying herself out here. She's learning the hot wire, which isn't the fun part, huh, girl? So, and then also we made a new purchase of a couple girls here. These are a couple of gilts that a local 4-H girl had decided to part ways with. She was pretty upset actually about it. She was wanting to keep them as breeders, and she just wasn't able to. She's already graduated high school, so she's busy with college and other things going on. So I actually found them on Craigslist, and so we talked and seemed like it would be a good fit. We were wanting to grow our females and get some better bloodline. Now we do know what bloodline they came from, and they're actually a really good bloodline. And so we brought them on the farm. Right now they are learning the hot wire, and so we got them right now in this little holding cage here next to the young ones, and we strung a little bit of the poly wire around it, and it's hot, and so they're just learning what hot wire is. They've never been on it before. So yeah, so those are the new ones. One is named Sierra. That's the Hampshire on this side, and the other one is, I believe, Adeline. I'll have to double check. but the blue butt. So yeah, we're excited. Uh, like what the owner or the previous owner told me, she told me, that they're skinny right now, that she hasn't been able to take care of them the way that she wanted, and so she was just really wanting them to go to a home that they're going to become breeders and not just somebody's dinner plate somebody's dinner plate. So we promised that we would breed them, that we would keep them as breeders, and if for some reason we ever do need to get rid of them, she asked us to get a hold of her, and that she would gladly take them back. So, but anyway, so we're excited for them. So we're gonna keep their names, their original names. Like I said, the Hamp is Sierra, and then the blue butt is, I think, Adeline. I'll have to, let me double check that. Yes, I was right. Adeline. So we got Adeline and we got Sierra. Oh, nice flip, Sierra. Good job, girl. So I've been coming out here all day. They spent the night in the trailer. By the time I got home yesterday, it was nighttime. I didn't want to put them out here because I wasn't sure. Oh, girl. I wasn't sure on how they would react with the hot wire and stuff. So, which I'm glad. Woo! Yep, she's learning. Yep, we can't touch that, sweetheart. That hurts, huh? So they're learning. So that's what we try to do with any new pigs. Now, not all the new pigs are this way. We've had some that we've just brought on the farm, and they hadn't been on hot wire before, and they took to it. They learned. They touched it once, and then that was it. So anyway, so yeah, this is the two new ones that we're adding to the farm. Okay, so now the bad news. So on a small farm, you have to be very conscious of finances, of course, which you do on a big farm too. But so for us to be able to bring those new gilts in, we had to get rid of some pigs. Sadly, I didn't want to, but because of the route that we're going with the show line, we had to get rid of Olive and Patty. I didn't want to for pet's sake, but this is a farm. This isn't keeping pets. So to bring the two new ones in, we needed to go ahead and get rid of Olive and Patty. So they went to the sale. And then I also took some of the piglets that came from Paprika and Papa. They also went to the sale yesterday. 4 of them. I was trying to take 5, but trying to load little piglets by yourself at 6 in the morning. Yeah, I was only able to get 4. So I've got 1 piglet left. Actually, somebody was interested in that I'm going to get in contact with and shoot pictures and all that stuff too. So yeah, so we had to get rid of Patty and Olive. They've been good pigs. Patty, I think Patty was a little tall for Papa to be able to mount and get pregnant. She was in with him for like 2 or 3 months and never did get pregnant. I don't think it was an issue with her more than it was an issue with Papa because he's just so big. I'm noticing watching him with Mud that it's not easy for him to get up high enough to get them pregnant, for his thing to go into their thing. So he's right there, and I know he'll be able to do it with her because of just watching the process. But I think with Patty was really, really tall, especially on her back end, which is something that you really don't want on a female. Not that Papa can't stand to lose some weight, which we are actually going to work with. This just kind of opened up my eyes today, watching him do his thing with this sow. So we're going to put Papa on a little bit of a diet, get his weight down a little bit. I know when I took Patty and Olive to the auction, they were, Patty was 460 pounds. And then Olive was 640 pounds or something like that. So they were big pigs. So anyways, away from the sad part, it was hard. It really was hard for me to get rid of, especially Olive. Olive is such a good mama, and I mean, other than her laying on the piglets, which I think it was just because of her size, and she just, I don't know, but she was a good mama. I mean, we were able to hold the pigs, even if they're squealing. She didn't really get riled up and try to take our face off or anything. But she, you know, she would have, you know, 10 piglets, 9 piglets, you know, and no problem. I would just come out and she'd have piglets on the ground. So that's usually, if it was all about just having piglets and selling for meat, she would have been kept 100%. And I more than likely would have probably kept Patty and figured out something else about, you know, AI in her with some, you know, cheap AI or whatever to get piglets on the ground, because she had the same mama instincts that Olive did. Patty did bring a pretty good penny at the auction. I was really surprised. So I'm hoping that because of that, that was more along that they were wanting her for breeding and stuff. So anyways, so we still have, here, let me turn you around here. So we still have, which they must be out in the field, we still have Paprika, and we still have Penelope, which we'll go out and see here in a second. Another thing that we did too is we found these on Facebook. These are calf hutches. These are perfect for pigs, being that they're plastic and they're a real thick, hard plastic. They can beat the crud out of them, and they'll be fine. They're rounded, so there's really nothing for them to get a hold of to chew on, which anybody that has pigs knows that pigs like chewing on things. But yeah, I was able to get these at a pretty decent price, and for another shelter, and was super happy to do that. I'm actually going to be moving that one in with Papa and Mud. That way, I hope I'm saying their name right. Papa and Mud, so that they could have some more shelter in there other than Papa's hut. So yeah, so let's look at the piggies here. Little roly-polies. So they're doing good. All of these are sold but one. We got coyotes in the distance. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah, they're doing good. They're getting big. The two bigger ones there to your left is already sold. They're going to be going and seeing the butcher, go to the freezer camp in January. And then these guys here are going to be going to freezer camp come March. So they're looking really good, getting some size on them. It's amazing on, like, there's two of these girls or boys or whatever they are that are really getting big fast. So they're doing good. All right, let's take you around here and show you guys. What you doing, Mud? What you doing, girl? Huh? All right. Papa's pursuing her. All right, so we're going to take a look over here at... Hey, girl. So here's Jeannie. Where is Daisy? Is Daisy behind you, Jeannie? Yep, it is. I see her feet. So I don't know if you guys can see her. Daisy's back there. They're looking good. They're getting nice size. We actually just changed their food to some show feed for them to grow a little better than what they were on the feed that I was giving them. The feed that I give them, give all my breeders and stuff, they're more of a more of a maintained / feeder pig feed. The stuff I'm giving them, I'm giving Ollie and Daisy and Jeannie, is more, hey, you guys, is more of a kind of more of a show feed. So it works a little bit different on their muscle structure and stuff like that. Thank you, Daisy, for showing that. Hi, Daisy. But they're getting really good. Daniel has been spending lots of time in here with them. So you go in there and they want pets and rubs and all that stuff. And they are going to be, which I'll be doing a video with, they're going to be going to their first jackpots. And it's our first jackpot too. Come February. It's called the Red Wave jackpot. That we're going to be taking them to show them and kind of get our season started with the pigs. Woo! Jeannie. So, anyways, that's how they're doing. So now I'm going to take you over and show you what we've done with the cows. So the pasture that I had the cows in a little while ago, or since we've had them, since last spring, pretty much got ate way down and wasn't anything left of it. And so, which I'm okay with, because they were able to put a really good manure spread on it. And so now all I need to do is go out there and disc it all up and get ready for the winter, for which our winter's just starting, but get ready for the winter for grass to start growing this next spring. So here, let me turn you around. So this field out here that they were in, right out here, that hasn't been disced, other than the perimeter, in years and years and years, over probably 15, 20 years. So the ground's pretty compacted. So I'm gonna get the disc out there. There's lots of manure. I mean, you can see it in the screen. Lots of manure out there. So discing that all up is gonna definitely give it some better chance to grow more grass. We do have oats in our fields, just because my grandfather planted lots of oats when he first moved here. So a lot of the stuff that grows is oats. So we have a lot of oats that actually come back. So we're gonna disc that up and get some of those oats hopefully growing. I don't think I'm gonna seed. I might look around just to see how expensive it would be. I don't have a seeder on my tractor or nothing like that. So if I did do it, I would have to do it by hand, or one of those little push cart things that shoots it all over the place. But that is a possibility I might do. We'll just have to see. So, but anyway, so we went ahead and moved the cattle over to this area over here. This has been really overgrown and lots of weeds. Like I said, lots of oats out here too, just from, like I said, planting years and years ago. They just keep coming back. So they're out here, they're happy. They've got plenty of grass out here that's, super tall. Plus I still give them their wet cob every morning to just keep some good fat on them and stuff like that. But yeah, let's just say the last few times that I went and gave them wet cob, they haven't been super excited about it. I mean, they came over and ate it, of course, but they weren't acting like they're starving to death. And they don't look like they're starving to death. So I just moved them over actually 2 days ago. So, and the way I did that, so last time I tried to move them, the last time I tried to move them, it was quite an ordeal. It was actually easy for the older cattle. They followed me with a bucket, and I walked them actually just right down our driveway and into this pasture. But the problem was the calf. The calf did not want to follow. So me and David tried different things, tried to rope it, tried to run it back through. We even did this. So we even cut, this barbed wire here and the hot wire and tried to run her through that way just to go right through this gate. But she would not do it. So we ended up bringing the cattle back over and putting them back in there, and just said, forget it, we'll deal with it when we have more time. So this time what I did, instead of trying to walk them all through, let me back this up here. So I went ahead and cut it like it's still already cut. And then I took, since they know the poly wire is something they don't like touching, we ran some poly rope. I opened the gate this way, ran poly rope to the gate, and then ran to that post here. And then from that post over to there, I ran poly rope. And just came out here and brought a bucket and dumped some feed on the ground, you know, right there. There's a little bit left, you know, just so they would stay right here. And the calf finally, after, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, it finally made its way across. And we shut them up and locked them all in through with poly rope. But we've got hot wire all the way around this to keep them off of the fence and stuff. But anyways, they're definitely a lot happier here. Princess is trying to hunt, and these cows are messing it up for her. Probably me too. So anyways, hey girl, hey mama. That's mama cow. So she should be bred. Her and the other cow should be bred and probably having probably gonna be having calves this summer, sometime this summer. So we're looking forward to that. Steer's chasing Princess. So, but the steer now, he is, don't look at me, I'm talking about you right now, about you going to freezer camp. So the steer is going to be going to freezer camp come January also. So he's finishing up on some nice grass. And like I said, I give them wet cob, which brings some fat to the table. So we're excited about seeing how he turns out. So, okay guys, so let's talk about Prop 12. I'm gonna pull up some notes here that I've got. Okay, so Prop 12, California Prop 12, if you don't know, it's a proposition that was voted in by, I think it was 62% of the voters in California, which more than likely was the 62% of the people in California that don't know much about farming, obviously. But think that they're doing what's best for the animal, but really don't understand why, some of the reasons why we do certain things. So I'm going to read, Papa, I'm trying to work here, bud. Can you hold on? So the ballot text says establishes minimum requirements for confining certain farm animals, prohibits sales of meat and egg productions from animals confined in non-complying manner, fiscal impact, potential decrease, which it's going to decrease in the state income tax revenues from farm businesses, which means that farms aren't going to be making enough money. I mean, by now, I mean, we make little as it is. It's not going to really impact, Papa, stop. It's not going to really impact us, small farm, and the way that we farm, other than just having the state come out once a year and look over our property to make sure that we're still confining. But sorry guys, Papa wants attention. Anyways, it says potential decrease in state income tax revenues from farm businesses, likely not, I love this part, likely not more than several $1 million annually. So what they're saying is it's gonna take several $1 million from farmers, local farmers. So not much. It's not that bad. Just several $1 million. Oh yeah. So it says state costs. So this is the funny part too. State costs up to $10 million annually to enforce the measures. So that's saying that it's going to cost us, the taxpayers, $10 million annually for the state to enforce the Prop 12, which means that they got to pay people to come out and look over our property, make sure that look over our books, to make sure that we're keeping, good books on where our sows are. And we'll go over that more anyways. So Prop 12, the proposition establishes new minimum requirements on farmers. Hey guys, we're not eating yet. on farmers to provide more space for egg-laying hens, breeding pigs, and calves raised for veal. California businesses will be banned from selling eggs or uncooked pork or veal that came from animals housed in ways that did not meet these requirements. So what they're saying is, if you don't do what they say, you can't sell your pork or your eggs or your veal in the state of California. And part of what they say is that they want to come on your property, check your business, check your farm, make sure that you comply to their standards, which is so much room per animal all the time. So I thought in the past that they were pretty much going to get rid of the birthing crates. That's not the case. They can still have birthing crates, but they're only allowed to keep themselves in it for 6 hours in a 24-hour span. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, we don't do birthing crates the way that we do it. Yes, I take a chance on pigs laying on piglets, but that's my choice as a farmer to do it that way. With commercial businesses, they use, or even some of the small farms, they use crates because it keeps the piglets safe from the mama not to lay on them so much when the mamas get up. Papa? So to me, and this is, now look, this is my opinion, okay? Everybody is able to have that opinion. It's my business whether I want to do that or not. It's up to me. I'm not going to mismanage my animals and hurt them and make them not healthy to earn a buck. Because if they're not healthy, they're not making me any bucks. You know, and that's what people don't understand, is they're out to protect all these animals from us mean farmers that we're protecting the animals by making some of these decisions. Anybody that's raised pigs understands that sows will lay on babies. They will lay on piglets. That was one issue that I did have with Olive. You know, she was a good mom in the instance that once she had the piglets, once they were raised up and we wanted to move them, you know, ear notch them, castrate them, whatever, she didn't try to rip us to shreds. She would let us do that. Now, she would get a little irritated once the pigs squealed a lot, but she wouldn't try to attack us. But she laid down a lot, which made her a good mom too. So these decisions that the 64% or 63% of the voters made for us farmers that have no clue about farming, that don't understand farming, you know, but we're able to vote on this, they pretty much, they hurt themselves. If they eat bacon, if they eat eggs, if they eat, you know, veal, guess what? Prices are going to go through the roof. Because now I've listened to a lot of podcasts and a lot of different YouTube people that do big commercial, deal with commercial pigs and commercial egg laying. They're not going to conform to the California standards. They're just going to pretty much tell California, too bad. Then we won't sell there. So who does that hurt? That doesn't hurt the government. That hurts us, the people. That hurts the voters. That hurts the people that enjoy having, you know, $2-3 pound bacon. Well, guess what? You think, you know, back a few months ago, the $8 a pound was horrific. I mean, I had so many people come to me and go, "Oh my God, bacon's up to $8, $10 a pound." Well, get ready, because it's going to be worse than that. You know, I look at our pork that we sell. It's premium pork. It's to me, it's the best because of the way that we raise the pigs and what we feed them and stuff like that. I'm not saying that the other ways are wrong. I'm just saying that I think my meat is the best that's out there because of the way that I do it. That's why I'm passionate about it. But the cost for my pork is a lot more than what you're going to find in stores, because you are getting a premium meat, because you are getting it from somewhere that you know how those pigs are raised and you know what's being fed to them, you know. So that's going to be the new norm. I mean, you're going to go in hoping to find a $3.99 for bacon, and it's going to be $10.99 for bacon. And you come to me and you're going to pay about the same price, you know, a pound that you're going to get in the stores. I personally, unless things go crazy with the feed, aspect and the cost for raising pigs, I'm not changing my pricing. I'm not going to capitalize on the government's stupidity of doing this, you know, and the few people that voted for this that have no clue about farming. I'm not going to capitalize on that. It's just not the way that I do it. Whew, somebody might have shot at those coyotes. But yeah, I'm just not that way. I know when eggs went up to, like, I think it was like $8 a dozen or something here in California. I think everywhere after the whole COVID nonsense, people were asking me if I was gonna charge more for mine. And I said no. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I keep my dozens at $5 a dozen. That pays for my feed for my chickens and puts a little money in our pockets, to be able to raise, you know, some of the show chickens and stuff that we do. So no, I'm not going to raise it because of that. To me, it's our business on our farm is about taking care of people, you know, loving people, you know, being a blessing to people. You know, I think the most enjoyment that I had this year was selling the turkeys to people that I knew that on Thanksgiving Day they were going to be able to feed their whole family with a turkey that's bar none way better than anything you could get in the stores. So yeah, we're not about trying to get rich off of our farm. We're about, you know, of course, reality is finances is a tool. We need finances to be able to do what we're doing. So yes, we are about making finances, but I'm not about taking advantage of people and taking advantage of situations. So but yeah, so get ready, guys. Come January 1st, if you live in California, it's I don't think it's going to be a good thing for you guys. I could look at it as a farmer and go, hey, it's going to be great for me because now more people are going to want to come to me, and that's probably true. I probably will get more people interested in buying whole or half hogs. Especially when it comes out to around $5 a dozen or $5 a pound. When it comes down to it, you know, I mean, it's sad because it's the government overstepping their boundaries. On the plus note of this whole thing, it was an easy process to have the person from the government, from the state, to come out and look at my farm. She was very, very nice, very, very helpful. You know, she liked what we were doing, and which was, you know, neat. I always enjoy talking to people about, you know, my farm. So of course, having her out here and able to talk to her, Papa's getting a back scratch. You know, talking to her about it, I enjoyed that part of it. But you know, I don't think it's the government's business. I don't think they need to be involved in the food industry and the private industry. To me, it's none of their business. I think as intelligent human beings, intelligent Americans, we can make our own decision on what we want to eat and what we don't want to eat. You know, if you want to take a gamble and eat from a farm like ours, or, you know, drink raw milk, which I'm all for, you know, eat unpasteurized eggs or whatever, you know, that's our business. That's our freedom. So anyways, guys, I don't want this to all be my opinion. That's what's coming down. That's the facts. It's coming down the road. Come January 1st, they're going to enforce this whole thing, which means that no other states are more than likely are going to be selling in California. There might be a few businesses that might say, yeah, whatever, come and look at our property, we already comply, but the numbers are going to go down quite a bit. So, because most farmers don't want the government involved in their property. And I'm one of them. But, you know, to be able to help out kids in 4-H and FFA and stuff, that was the main reason why I went ahead and got my certification through the state of California to be Prop 12 compliant, was so that I can still sell my piglets to kids that are going to be showing in fairs and jackpots and stuff here in California. Because now that's another thing too. If you're from California and you're in 4-H and FFA and you're going to show a pig, make sure you get a piglet from somebody that is Prop 12 compliant, because you're going to have to show that. And most fairs, you're going to have to show that that your pig came from a Prop 12 compliant farm. So make sure when you pick your piglet up, when you buy your piglet, you ask that farmer before you buy it, are you Prop 12 compliant, and do you have your certification of that? Because you're going to need that certification number to be able to show. So anyways, guys, thanks so much. I hope I appreciate you guys just sitting through my whole rambling of the Prop 12 thing. It is what it is for now, until we decide to vote some of these fools out. But, you know, either way, guys, God's in control, as long as you allow him to be. And I'm going to allow him to be in control of my farm and my life and my family. So either way, he's going to take care of us. So, guys, again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're at the 400 mark. We need another 100 subscribers to reach 500 to be monetized. And you know, as of right now, I guess financially I'm doing these videos for nothing. So it would be cool to get to a point to where we had a little bit of finances coming in through YouTube. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends and family, especially if you live in California. That way people can start understanding. There's a lot of people that I've talked to in California that don't have a clue what Prop 12 is. And so they're going to be going to the grocery stores and wondering why eggs are up to $10 a dozen and why bacon costs $10 a pound. So anyways, guys, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. Love ya, and we'll catch you all on the flippity flop.